Hello, everyone. This is Martin Van Durham, and today we got a um, kind of review video, actually, but it's not of a food or anything like that. No, it's of a movie, and I want to give my first thoughts of the newly released Jurassic World Rebirth. I've thought about what I wanted to say, and I'm gonna say it, considering this is kind of a two-parter. Because it's not just me, it's who I went with. Crazy Cube Dude. If you know him, go and subscribe. If you're not, if you're not already subscribed already, he's gonna do one of himself. I asked him if he wanted to do a review first, since he bought the ticket and stuff. But no, he said, let me do it first. So I was like, okay. Jurassic World Rebirth is a very strange addition to the Jurassic Park World franchise. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense story-wise, how they ended off with the last one and stuff. I don't fully stand where they tried to go with this, but it's just weird. Oh god, where do I even begin? You know what? The pacing. It took literally half an hour for stuff to really get going and to get on. Yeah, like I said, no, I didn't. No, fuck. I didn't. Hold on for a sec. Spoiler warning. If you haven't already seen the movie, go and watch it first before watching this video on Crazy Cube Dude. Spoilers ahead. If you've already seen it, then stick around. The pacing throughout the last several movies, this one had the slowest pacing of them all. Because not only did it take literally a half an hour, 30 minutes for stuff to really get rolling, but it wasn't. They hyped this movie up to be a very different film, which, yeah, they were right on, but like how they wanted things to go was more like gory and stuff like that, but that's not the case at all. Like in regards to like pacing, super slow. Took a while for it to really rev up. And I don't know, just some of the scenes they could have done without, and or like have shortened it up a little bit. But the fact that, another thing, the location. This takes place on an entirely new island that's never been mentioned before. And they kind of set it up to be like a prequel type movie, but at the same time in the same context of the modern movies and stuff. But like the whole this is another part I'm going to get into right now. Why did they name it Jurassic World Rebirth? That is completely the opposite. Like, why is it even called Jurassic World? If they wanted this to be a whole new thing and trilogy and stuff like that, which is what I heard previously before the movie came out and whatnot, this was supposed to be an era of a new trilogy and all that other coolness, which is why there was a completely new cast. But literally, story-wise, plot-wise, it's literally almost its own separate fucking movie. Like, they don't take hardly anything from the original movies. Yeah, a few scenes to be nostalgic of the original movie, but other than like mention wise and stuff, Dr. Alan Grant was the only actual original cast member, an original person from the original trilogy and all that was actually mentioned. He was only mentioned briefly, which was also strange. And then, oh god, this has the least dinosaurs in it ever. Like, there was not many dinosaurs represented in this movie like I thought there was gonna be. There hardly was any. Other than the two mutants, like actual dinosaurs, hardly any. Which blows my mind because the dinosaurs themselves did not act right at all. Along with the plot. The plot was just set up very strangely. Like, they put the remainder of the dinos to one location on Earth with a few struggling to survive in modern adaptations, but they can somehow survive Southern because of the climate and whatnot. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they put the climate, but they made it so weird. Because it's not what the actual climate is. I don't understand. I don't understand how dinos wouldn't be able to fucking, like, figuratively speaking, like, I never understood that part. Like, they did so much different story-wise with this movie. It just jumps the tracks of what the previous three films set up the world of the modern era. Like, and then they gave it the Transformers treatment, where humanity doesn't randomly all of a sudden give a damn about dinos, like how the government and humanity betrayed the Autobots and stuff like that and wanted to side with the Decepticons and shit like that. Like, except in this, it's like they broke off and just said, oh, let all the dinos succumb to the elements and just let them all die. What? I don't know. I will see this movie again if it's not still in theaters by the time I do. I don't know. But I just feel like I need to watch it again for a second opinion. I don't know. It's just very, very strange. And I don't want to go into full depth, considering, like I said, I saw this with a good friend of mine who also does YouTube. And he wants to do a video too and all that good stuff, like I said at the beginning. So I'm not going to go fully into it. But at least the merch is cool, which is where I'm going to put this video at, as this was a big highlight of it, considering I thought I wasn't going to be able to get one, but I did. I got one of the popcorn buckets, and this is a special one because it's an incubation chamber with a raptor-like embryo. But here's the cool thing. It lights up. And the cup ejects from it. So it's its own separate thing. So that's pretty cool. Except for the fact when I got it and took it home and tried to light up the first time, one of the batteries was dead. If you can see blue, yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. It's corroded. It died. Luckily, it didn't damage anything and didn't hurt any of the other two batteries, so that was good. But other than that, it works fine and is a pretty cool display piece. And the functionality of it is also really neat with the detachable cup and whatnot. So that was a really good highlight. But throughout the whole movie enjoyment, I had expected myself to be on the edge of my seat. I was barely. And there was a few times where I was like, oh my god. And like I said, I'm not going to go anymore. But like I said, a lot of things were wrong with this movie. And a lot of things, especially this time, was the dinosaurs underutilized. Underutilized to the greatest extent of underutilized. I hate to say that, but literally the one thing that makes Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, the franchise it is the animals, the dinosaurs. Yet this one was the one that hardly had any. You had a dinosaur happen at least, especially after the first 30 minutes of the film, not including the first appearance of the D-Rex. It's like slow as shit. And then even with how the animals are portrayed, they're still even more heavily inaccurate than ever. Like, I don't even think they got the size of the Quetzalcoatlus good at all. I don't even think they showed a full-size one. So that's another thing. And then the Spinosauruses, them being back, but they were also underutilized, like, greatly. They weren't the vicious killing machines that we saw in the third one. And they also acted, I'm very certain, uncharacteristically that they would in real life. I'm very certain they would never help a fucking something as big as a mosasaur in water. As much as they are both a land and amphibious animal, I don't think they'd be in the stretch of deep water that they were swimming around with a predator as apex as the mosasaurus. I'm sorry, that, as much as badass as that looked, that logically wise, that was probably the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I hate to say that. But other than that, I'm not going to say anything else. But I'm going to give my rating score of my first opinion of Jurassic World a 4 out of 10. Way below my expectations. My expectations were so much higher, and I was left very much confused throughout the entire film. Rather than like, oh, okay. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's interesting. I was left with, what the hell? Why the hell? What the hell? And how the hell? That's my best description. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Other than that, I'll pass this on to my brother, Crazy Cube Dude. I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe to Crazy. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be the concert footage I got of Saturday's performance. I will see you guys. Peace out.